Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Who the Hell Asked podcast. I am Slade, and here with me today is Byron. Say
Hey,
hi, Byron.
hey, yo, what's up, people?
So, today we're going to be going over some predictions for 2021 in regards to outcoming video games.
Oh,
Mostly from Nintendo for me, but Byron's got some things to spice it up a bit. So,
yeah. I've got predictions for quite a few companies, not just Nintendo, but we do have a lot of Nintendo predictions, to say the least. So,
yeah, so without any further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Byron, you said you had some spicy ones for me today.
you know what? Let's just start off spicy here. Twitch will be dead by 2022.
Wow, that's big.
That is hey, I said to you earlier before we started recording, like I had some spicy takes, and that's one of them right there. I just think Twitch has shown incompetency over the years, especially last year. Like there was incompetency all over the place. And
I had the DMCA issues and whatnot.
yeah, and we talked more about that, I believe episode 3 with the Twitch town hall. I just think they're going to do stuff too slowly and like they'll die. Whether it's by RIA, by new copyright laws or something, I would be surprised if Twitch made it into 2022.
I'd be surprised if the opposite happened because I don't really see Twitch dying anytime soon. It's still a very popular online platform for like streaming and whatnot. I don't see Jeff Bezos and Amazon going out of the way to shut it down. Immediately. I kind of figure if Twitch is going to have its struggles, they're going to kind of prolong it over a period of time before then deciding to pull the cord. That's crazy. I couldn't imagine
Well,
shutting it down this year. Something would have to go terribly, terribly wrong
well,
for me to see that happening. But
oh,
who knows? You could be right. Maybe it does.
okay, Twitch doesn't make money for Amazon. It's not profitable right now. And it's been causing Amazon quite a few legal issues this past year, of course, obviously with the RIA stuff. So right now, Jeff Bezos, however you say his name.
It's Bezos. I'm not quite sure though.
Yeah, but like snap of a finger, Twitch could be gone. Wouldn't hurt his bottom line at all. Wouldn't hurt Amazon's bottom line at all. Unlike Google with YouTube.
Yeah, but they've already shown that they're looking more towards resolving the issues they're having rather than just shutting down the platform.
Yeah, I just think they're going to be too slow at solving that.
I think they'll make their attempts at it, but as I said, I don't think that the platform shuts down this year or even next year. I think that's a little ways off, but what do I know?
Yeah, so out of that spiciness, what do you have for a prediction?
So I am thinking that I guess we're going to start doom and gloom today.
Oh,
so for those of you who look forward to the Smash Fighters Pass, we have some exciting characters in store. Nobody knows who they are. The last two are Steve and Sephiroth. Those are going to be really big, hard acts to follow.
Oh, absolutely.
So my doom and gloom, and this isn't even really doom and gloom for me, but it is for some people.
Mm-hmm.
I believe that there will be an announcement that this will be the last Fighters Pass, and there will be no more additional Ultimate characters after these three.
I could definitely see that. Absolutely. I am in agreement with you. This is probably the last Fighters Pass.
Yeah, because I know there's a lot of opportunity for a lot of third-party companies to get their characters in and whatnot. They could work a lot of deals behind the scene, and honestly, from a financial standpoint, making more Smash DLC makes a lot of sense.
Yeah,
I just don't feel like that's going to be the approach Nintendo and Sakurai will move in.
Mm-hmm. Well,
and Lord knows Sakurai needs a vacation.
Well, has Nintendo made like any money since? Like they could have made Mario Kart 8 Deluxe DLC, but they chose not to. And that game, look at how well that game's doing.
Well, yeah, but the Smash DLC is doing incredibly well, along with the Pokemon DLC.
Yeah.
They're really helping out, their bottom line and whatnot. It's not that the Smash DLC isn't profitable. It's more along the lines of Sakurai has been working on Smash since, I want to say, early 2013 when
Yeah.
they started developing Smash 4.
Yeah.
And he's been constantly working on Smash ever since then.
Yeah.
So I feel like he's just overdue a vacation of some sort.
Yeah. But I definitely agree. This will probably be the last Fighters Pass.
So, Byron, are we going to continue the Doom and Gloom spicy takes, or you got something else on there?
Actually, no, not yet, not yet. So, for those who don't know, well, spicy has to kind of relate to this. The KF console, if you don't know, KFC, Kentucky Fried Chicken, announced at the end of the month, at the end of December, that they're coming out with the KF console, which is a PC with the world's first chicken chamber. And it basically uses your computer components heat to heat up chicken. And it's also a PC you can game on. And so my prediction, knowing the specs, the fact that it's got the Intel Core, I think it's an i7 9th generation NUC system, and the fact it's going to have an RTX card of some description, probably a 3000 series, plus terabytes of storage and RAM and all that, I think this is going to be a fucking $2,100 accessory, especially considering a prediction I will make later about PC parts. But yeah, $2,100 is how much I think the KF console is going to go for.
And honestly, I think that's the lower end of the spectrum of what to expect too, because considering it's boasting 4K.
Oh yeah, 4K 240
and 240 megahertz. Is that right?
Yeah, 4K 240 hertz for monitors. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you have to know that this is going to be relatively pricey. If they made it somehow more affordable than that, I would be honestly impressed. I kind of want one just because I think it would be kind of hilarious because I like to frequent Popeyes a lot, and I would just use the KFC console to keep my Popeyes warm while on PC game.
Hey, the chicken chamber isn't chickenist. You could probably fit some Popeyes chicken in there and it'd work just fine.
And before, it just shuts down, no, get the crap out of me.
I hope YouTubers get this and just fucking have fun with it.
Oh yeah, I kind of want to get it too. But,
oh my God, Slade!
I'm not looking to spend a whole lot of money right now, so
yeah.
But no, when they announced that, I thought that was really interesting because it just came out of left field that KFC is joining the console / I guess PC.
Yeah, it's just because they're also working with Cooler Master, and for those who don't know, Cooler Master is a PC case maker, and so they basically made the shell of this KF console. So,
but anyways, that's definitely something to look forward to right there.
Oh, absolutely. But yeah, that is my prediction. KFC console, $2,100.
All right.
What you got?
Keeping along with the Smash news, I have a prediction for who the next character in the Fighters Pass is.
Okay, interesting. Who you got?
So my hard read is it's going to be Ryu Hayabusa from Ninja Gaiden.
Ryu, okay, interesting choice.
So a couple of things why I think that could be. Number one, Koei Tecmo has been one of the Switch's staunchest supporter. They've made all the Warriors games as well as Fire Emblem Three Houses.
Absolutely.
So to me, it kind of makes a lot of sense that they get their mascot character into Smash.
Yeah.
But not only that, recently the latest Spirit event was a Breath of the Wild Age of Calamity Spirit event, which is technically a Koei Tecmo Spirit event.
Yeah.
You want to get real technical.
Yeah, technically, yeah. You could say that.
So that shows that they are still supporting Smash in some way or capacity. And I understand it's a Zelda Spirit event, so maybe not look too much into it closely.
Yeah.
But I do believe that Ryu Hayabusa is one of the more likely third-party characters that could get in.
Yeah.
Because Koei Tecmo also already has a assist trophy Is it Koi Naozumi, the girl with the camera?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that's all they have currently in the game right now, other than technically Byleth from Fire Emblem. But yeah, as I said, they just make a lot of sense to have a character for me.
Yeah, I could see that for sure.
That's pretty much all I got on that front.
Alrighty, I could definitely see it. I don't know if it will happen, but I could see it for sure. So yeah. Okay. Time for me to go spice again.
Oh boy.
So last year, Michel Ancel left Ubisoft for what has been said to be his own personal reasons. Now, whether you believe that or not, that's up to you. There's allegations out there, but I think you remember Slade Beyond Good and Evil 2, right?
Right.
That game that was announced eons ago at this point. That project is getting dropped, and I don't think Ubisoft makes another Rayman game.
So you think they just straight up cancel it?
Yes.
Interesting.
Yeah. Beyond Good and Evil 2, I think that's in development hell, and I think unless it Duke Nukem Forevers itself, it's getting canceled.
Well, it wouldn't be the first project to get canceled after the director walked out the door. So
yeah,
that definitely makes sense.
Yeah, wouldn't be the first and wouldn't be the last.
I'm hoping that doesn't spell the end for Rayman, like you were saying.
I don't want it to either. I love Rayman, but that's just my gut feeling right now. Ubisoft probably doesn't know what to do with Rayman.
Yeah, I really hope it doesn't go the way of other platforms like Banjo-Kazooie and others, where it just kind of dies off and it's never to be seen again.
Or if someone could buy the IP, that would probably be the best timeline right now.
I don't think Ubisoft would let go of the Rayman IP, because I think Rayman's also tied to the Rabbids as well.
No, they've been more or less separated now.
Have they been?
For years they've been separated now. And with the right amount of money, Ubisoft would be more than willing to sell, I would bet.
That's fair.
Yeah.
So let's get an optimistic prediction in here.
All right, yeah, let's bring a little optimism in here.
Yeah, so for Sega fans,
oh no,
it's been a while since we've had a really good 3D Sonic game. I think Sonic Generations was the last really good one.
Colors.
No, Generations came after Colors.
Oh, did it?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Generations came after Colors.
I'm gonna look that up real quick on my phone.
But I'm pretty sure it did. But either way, it's been a hot minute since we've had a good 3D Sonic game.
Mm-hmm.
I think Sega is going to drop a bombshell of an announcement that nobody's going to see coming. I think it's finally time we see Sonic Adventure 3.
Oh, you think Sonic Adventure 3 is happening?
Yes, I think they're going to make a return to the Sonic Adventure platformer type of game. Because I don't think we've seen one since technically Shadow the Hedgehog.
I guess.
Really sure how much you count that?
I guess, yeah.
But I definitely think, with the boost formula and whatnot, everything they've done since Colors and Generations, there are things that they can do to make adventure interesting again.
Yeah.
But I feel like now's a really good time to do it, just because you've already seen a return to their 2D Sonic glory and whatnot.
Yeah.
And I feel like they want to get back to what they know were really good about 3D Sonic games.
Yeah.
And I feel like Forces, while trying to improve on that, Colors and Generations ultimately tried to do too much.
Yeah. Yeah, and certainly it is Sega. Not Sega. It is Sonic's 30th anniversary this year.
3?
Yeah.
Byron, what do you got for me?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I do want to know. This year it is Sonic's 30th anniversary, so it would make sense to have Sonic Adventure 3.
For sure.
All right. But I'm gonna save my Sonic prediction for a little later. Uh, let's get into. I've got a PlayStation prediction for you.
Ooh.
I think God of War Ragnarok will get a PS5 special edition console. Because I think God of War is going to be Sony's holiday game this year. Their November game.
Yeah, I could see that, especially because I think God of War Ragnarok is one of the 2 or 3 major games Sony's releasing this year. I think the others are Ratchet and Clank and the sequel to Horizon Zero Dawn.
Yeah,
that's coming out.
Yeah, Horizon Forbidden West. Yeah.
Yeah, Forbidden West. That's
Mhm.
right. That's right.
Yeah.
So seeing a God of War themed console makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, and they did one for the
I
PS4.
can totally see that happening.
Yeah, they did one for the PS4. So like, why wouldn't they do one for the PS5?
Right.
Makes sense.
It sure does.
Yes, it does. So what's another prediction you've got?
Okay, so this is probably the easiest prediction in the world. We were just talking about Sonic's 30th anniversary.
Yeah.
Well, another anniversary is happening this year, and it's The Legend of Zelda.
Okay.
It's their 35th anniversary.
Yeah.
30. And we got a few Zelda predictions today, but this one in particular, I think we're going to see the Wind Waker HD and Twilight Princess HD come to Switch this year. Ooh. Either as a package deal with possibly one other game, or just sold separately. Well, I do think we'll see those 2 games for sure.
Both of them. Okay. I would think only one, because they don't want to like 2 Zelda out people. Considering Breath of the Wild 2 may also release this year, potentially.
Oh yeah, and I think the thing is, the classic Zelda games like Wind Waker and Twilight Princess are different enough from the original Breath of the Wild where it doesn't really feel like it's the same genre of game.
Yeah.
For the most part. So I feel like that's something that they could do in like early spring, summer, around that area. They could release the HD Zelda games, and then maybe they release Breath of the Wild 2 by the holiday season.
Yeah. Well, actually, speaking of Breath of the Wild 2, I do have a prediction on when that's coming out. And this might sound a bit weird of a month to release this game in. But I think Breath of the Wild 2 is coming out in October this year. I know.
I was actually just thinking along the same lines.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Really?
I'm
Okay.
thinking, September to November release date.
Okay. Well,
makes a lot of sense for Breath of the Wild 2.
Yeah, because I think November is going to be taken by another game. You probably know what I'm thinking. And I don't think I have anything for September for Nintendo right now. But I just think, like, I think there's a certain series that will just release in November no matter what. And so I think Breath of the Wild 2 gets the Odyssey treatment and gets, like, an October release.
Yeah, I can agree with that, because I think that fall period before the holidays seems to be the most likely for them. Yeah. You know, let's go on your November prediction, because I have a pretty good feeling what it is. Is it a new Pokemon game by any chance?
A new Pokemon. Now, I have new Pokemon release, because I don't know if they're going to do fucking Diamond and Pearl remakes, which people have been wanting, or if they're going to do, like, Let's Go Gen 2. So I am a little vague, but new Pokemon game will release in November. And it's not.
This is the anniversary for Pokemon too, isn't it?
Yeah, a lot of games have fucking anniversaries this year.
Yeah, so you're not going to put your name to it, but I'm going to. I am making a prediction. I think it's going to be the Gen 4 remakes.
Okay.
I think it's finally time. Their quality isn't something I'm terribly confident in, because I haven't really liked the Pokemon games since, I want to say, X and Y.
Damn,
but
that's a while.
Ignoring that, I think it's finally time that we see the Gen 4 remakes. I think right now it makes a lot of sense, because they spent a year working on the Sword and Shield DLC. So hopefully this has given them time to really work out the kinks with Pokemon. And as I said, the Gen 4 remakes just make a lot of sense.
Yeah. So there is another Pokemon game that is I'm pretty sure set to release this year, which is Pokemon Snap. I think Pokemon Snap is releasing in the summer. That's my other Pokemon prediction this year. Pokemon Snap in the summer. I just think like Pokemon Snap, it's a summer game. It just feels summery, and Game Freak, Pokemon Company, could use that to just like hype people up for whether they release the Diamond and Pearl remakes in like the fall, or the Let's Go Gen 2 or whatever they decide to release. Hell, as weird as it sounds, they could have a new fucking generation. As crazy as that shit sounds. And that would be absolutely nuts.
Not the audio difficulties there.
Yeah. But yeah, yeah. So what do you think of that, Slade? Pokemon Snap in the summer.
I was about to make a prediction because I could tell you didn't want to pick specifically which Pokemon game is going to come out. Yeah. My hard read is we're going to see the Gen 4 remakes.
Yeah. But Pokemon Snap in the summer. What do you think of that?
Pokemon Snap in the summer?
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, I think it's probably the best time to release it overall.
Yeah.
Kind of get that, it filled that summer title Nintendo probably is looking for.
Yeah, and
I don't think we're going to expect another, surprised Paper Mario game or anything like that.
Yeah. And
I think this year's primarily going to be filled by their third parties.
Yeah, potentially.
Quite a bit too.
Yeah. Yeah. What's another prediction you've got?
Well, I guess if we're keeping along the themes of Switch releases, we know that we're going to see The World Ends With You 2.
Okay.
Sometime this year. I think that's going to come out around July or August.
Okay.
I think that's a really good time to release pretty much any RPG. And to me, that makes the most sense.
Yeah.
I know it's also going to be competing with another Square Enix title coming out on Switch this year, which is Bravely Default 2.
Yeah.
Not to be confused with Bravely Second.
Yeah, like that's not going to confuse people.
But I think Bravely Default 2 will come out a bit early in the year. My prediction is April or May.
Oh, for 2 weeks. Okay. I could see that. There is one other game I think could be another spring title, and I'm just going to hop into this. Kirby. It's been a while. It's been a few years. I think Kirby's about due for another game.
About what, 2 years? Right?
3 years, I think. I think now 3 years, because I think Kirby...
I thought they released like this free fighting game or something last year or the year
okay,
before.
That's a side project. I'm talking mainline Kirby game. Because people more so care about mainline Kirby than most other Kirby games. Unless you're Kirby's Dream Course. But I think Kirby is going to release in the spring. And people temper your expectations. This ain't going to be the 3D Kirby we've been waiting for since that one trailer during E3 during the GameCube era. I think it's just going to be another easy 2D Kirby game. Because it's safe and it works. It will sell.
Give me Kirby Air Ride 2, you cowards.
I would fucking love that too, but like...
Yeah, I don't think that's very likely.
But yeah, that's my prediction. Kirby game in the spring. And it's going to be your normal standard Kirby game. What's another one you got, Slade?
Another prediction for next year.
Yeah.
The Shin Megami Tensei 5 game that's coming out. Yeah. There's a lot of JRPGs coming out, it seems like.
Yeah.
I think that's going to come out late summer in like August or so. Because It's not just that. There's also the Shin Megami Tensei 3 Nocturne remaster.
Yeah.
And that's going to have to come out sometime this year as well. I think that's going to come out earlier in the year, so we're going to see that in like February or March.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I could see that. It's a JRPG. Don't those generally release in the summer?
At least spring to summertime, yeah.
Yeah, spring, summer. Yeah, that usually fits well.
Right.
Yeah. All right. Well, time for me to be Mr. Spice. Yeah.
Oh boy.
Well, not Mr. Spice, Mr. Opposite of you time. You mentioned Sonic earlier. Uh, the new there will be a new Sonic game announced because there was supposed to be one at like South by Southwest last year, but then
Right.
obviously COVID hit and the world died for a bit. But and I think Slade, I'm sorry, I'm gonna be Mr. Pessimistic over here. The Sonic game that's gonna come out for the 30th anniversary, it's gonna bomb. It's gonna be another like Sonic Forces, Sonic Boom, Rise of Lyric. Like, oh, this is awful. Like,
I hate that that's more likely than my prediction. The reason why I'm optimistic for this Sonic game around it doesn't have to specifically be Sonic Adventure 3,
mhm,
even though that's my like prediction.
yeah.
I think it's going to be a good 3D Sonic game because they chose to delay announcing it. And I understand COVID was the major
Well,
lining factor behind that. But
yeah.
what that tells me is they're going to spend more time working on this one
Mhm.
and making sure the game's finished before they're putting it out on the shelves.
Well, I do want to say like their Sega's whole like, oh, we're gonna announce something on the 30th of every month like last year. That didn't work out very well. They only did I think one more announcement, and it was like, oh, hey, we got like Sonic merch and Sonic music, and people are like, what is this shit? No, get out of here with it. And like silence ever since. But I hope for the Sonic fans' sake, your prediction comes true. But like, has Sonic Team really like Sonic Team hasn't really done anything to make me confident in them.
Yeah, it's kind of sad because I think the last good overall Sonic game was Sonic Mania, and that was a team of like super fans
Yeah,
who were like making their own Sonic games, like ROM hacks and whatnot,
yeah, and
before they finally got brought on by Sega. And kudos to them. I kind of hope Sega would have did something to keep them in some permanent capacity, but it is what it is.
not they went off to do their own thing, and hopefully they succeed with that.
Yeah. I'm definitely wishing for their success.
Absolutely.
I just don't feel confident in the direction Sonic is going, either 2D or 3D.
Yeah, yeah.
But who knows? Maybe Sonic Mania taught them a valuable lesson. So,
Maybe.
all right. Next prediction, Byron. What do you got?
Mario Golf in June.
Is it time for another Mario Golf title?
It's been fucking like 7 years, and what has Camelot been working on since they finished Tennis Aces? And I'm gonna tell you, it's not Golden Sun, Slade. I'm sorry, it's not Golden.
Yeah, Golden Sun's pretty dead.
Yeah, it's not Golden Sun. I'm sorry, Golden Sun fans, but Camelot is the Mario Tennis Golf studio now, and I think it's been enough time since Tennis Aces. I think Mario Golf, which I'm fucking looking forward to, it is going to be that like ARMS, Mario Tennis Aces, Mario Maker release date, like around E3 time ish, which I think is a pretty good slot for that game, especially considering it's golf. So yeah.
Interesting. So, keeping along the theme of Mario,
Okay.
I have a prediction. I think this year we will see Super Mario Party 2.
Really? Really?
Yes, I
Okay.
think we will see that during the holiday season between September and December.
Really? Really? As much as I like Mario Party, there's one thing that's keeping me from agreeing with you, and that is Clubhouse games. Like that was released literally last year, and that's what ND Cube has probably spent the past 2 years developing.
Well, I happened upon a little flyer that showed that they were hiring.
Okay, but they could.
So I think it's likely that they're working on the next Mario Party.
Okay, but I think it's gonna be like another year or two before that
it'll
comes
be
out.
Next year instead? That's fair.
Yeah, because
I do think it's coming, though.
Yeah,
I definitely think it's coming.
Yeah, which I'm a little surprised it wasn't quicker, but like Clubhouse games, I guess happened.
They worked on their last game. They take time between releases. They have to draft up a project first before they start getting everybody on board to start working on it.
Yeah.
So that tells me the game's conceptualized.
At the very
They just
least,
have
yeah.
to go from there.
Yeah. Okay. Let's do something a little different. I've got a Microsoft prediction. This is a slam dunk prediction because I would be shocked if this doesn't happen. Halo Infinite Xbox Series X limited edition console. I think that is happening.
Yeah, honestly, I think that was probably something that they had already planned for launch, and it just didn't end up working out.
Yeah.
So making a Halo edition Xbox makes a lot of sense. I think they've done that in the past. I think Halo 3 had one. Didn't Halo 4 and 5 have one as well?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah, it's just something that I think is pretty standard for the series.
Yeah.
That definitely makes a lot of sense to me.
Yeah, that's just like one of my like slam dunk, like easy ass, like you can tell from 1,000 miles away predictions.
I think Halo's going to come out sometime in the fall.
Yes.
It's going to try to be competitive with other shooters.
Yes, absolutely.
This year for the holiday season.
Absolutely, and Halo will do well. Halo always does well. So, yeah, I can agree with you on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Another prediction. I think this year we will see, at the very least, another trailer for Bayonetta 3.
Okay.
And possibly a release date.
Okay. Okay. I could see. I do have a prediction about Bayonetta 3, actually. I think it's the September release.
Oh, you think it's coming out this year for sure?
Yes. Yes. I think for sure it's coming out this year.
Because I know they've been pretty silent on it since 2017.
Yeah.
And I know that they've made Astral Chain, which came out in 2018.
Yeah.
And then last year they ported over The Wonderful 101, which, rest its soul, it didn't do very well, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
So I think Bayo 3 makes a lot of sense this year, or maybe even early next year.
Yeah.
But I think we'll get confirmation of when that game is coming this year.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Regardless.
I would be shocked if we didn't. Unlike another game that has been in development for a while. Metro
exactly what you're talking about.
All right. Metroid Prime 4. We're getting nothing on it this year. Nothing.
Yep.
Absolutely nothing.
And it's keeping on the theme of Metroid. I don't think we're going to see anything for Metroid Prime's 35th anniversary.
Oh no, this
is
going
to be just like the 30th. Yeah. You're not going to hear anything. It's going to be all about Zelda.
Yeah, Zelda and Pokemon.
I think we might see a 2D Metroid game, possibly, maybe, or maybe this is the year. We see the Metroid Prime trilogy come to Slade.
You think so? You think so? This is the year?
It has to happen eventually, Byron.
Are you sure about that though?
But to say it's been a rumor for like ever since the Switches came out, and damn it, I'm not gonna stop now. I believe it's happening.
You know what?
It would be something to tide over the fans since Metroid Prime 4 is a ways off.
Yeah.
Due to the aforementioned development hell.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
So I definitely think that releasing the Metroid Prime trilogy on Metroid's 35th anniversary makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Because at least the fans would feel like they got something.
Yeah, they got something. Bouncing off of what you said earlier about rumor, here we fucking go. I am kind of sick and tired of hearing every couple of months about Switch Pro, Switch Revision, rumors, speculation. I think it's not happening. There will not be a Switch Pro. There will not be a Switch Revision this year.
Oh, this year. Okay, you're just saying this year, not in general.
Yes, but I am team never. I'm team never in general, but like for the sake of like the this year predictions, yeah. No Switch Pro, no Switch Revision this year. For sure.
I'm going to go counter opposite to that.
All right.
There is going to be a Switch Pro. Damn it, it's going to come out this year. They're going to announce that shit at the next Direct. So I have a timeline. I got a time limit. So whenever the next Direct gets announced, I'll be there watching it. I'll be expecting a Switch Pro.
Well, you think there's going to be general Nintendo Directs anymore?
They're gonna have to announce their games somehow.
It's called Direct Minis and Twitter announcements.
I mean, a Direct Mini is a good place to announce a Switch revision as well. Or they could do what they did with the Switch's initial release.
Yeah, they
Not
could.
even announcing a direct, just straight up drop a YouTube video.
Yeah, I forgot they kind of did that with the Switch. It's
Yeah,
it's
I
like
think they could totally do that.
you know what? I could see that being the way. Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, I definitely think it gets announced this year. If it's not this year, it's next year for sure. But damn it, I know it's happening.
I'm sorry, I'm gonna hit you up with another thing that's not happening this year.
Oh boy.
No N64, no GameCube, Switch Online. I'm sorry. It's not happening.
I'm gonna have to agree with that. I think if Super Mario 64 wasn't included with Super Mario 3D All Stars wasn't telling enough, I definitely don't think we're gonna see an N64 online. I think if Super Mario 64 and Super Mario 3D All Stars is a precedent to go off of,
Yeah.
I think we'll see collections more like that
instead
of being 64 online.
Yeah. And do you okay, now I don't have this on my prediction list, but do you think they once March 31st I think is when like you can't get that collection no more, if I'm remembering correctly. But
yeah, but I think they'll sell them separately.
Yeah,
I think they'll sell other 64 games upscaled.
Okay, I was actually gonna ask. Do you think they will sell Galaxy, Sunshine, and 64 separately on the eShop for like $25 or something?
Yeah, it doesn't make sense for them to like pull the games entirely. I think by making this collection a limited time collection, what they can do is they can sell the games separately for an overall higher price.
Yeah.
So that they can profit more from the games. For the people who want to buy them individually, be like, well, maybe I only want 64. I don't want Sunshine or Galaxy. Or
yeah, or maybe they only want Galaxy. So.
Or maybe it truly is limited time and they're pulling the Disney vault on us. But either way,
they could. Yeah, either way, yeah. What's another prediction you've got for us, Slade? If you've got.
Okay, so my next prediction is that Sony is going to announce a service that's competitive with Game Pass.
Oh, really?
Yes, I don't have exact details of what they're going to do or something because, you know, it's Sony.
Well, yeah.
They're not typically consumer friendly or off the bat.
Yeah.
They kind of have to be, you know, dragged kicking and screaming to where people want them to be.
Yeah.
But I do think that Game Pass is one of the most excellent deals in gaming.
Oh,
and I feel like Sony is going to do something that's going to compete with that.
I feel like because where Sony is right now, I want to disagree in that they're just going to stick with their strategy, and they'll have PlayStation Now, which I think that is the closest thing they have currently to a Game Pass like service.
Yeah, but I can see that, and then they put like a game or so on there for free every month or so.
Well, they already have PlayStation Plus. you got to pay to play online, but you also get a free game. So. So yeah, I just
right.
I don't know. I just don't think that like Sony right now at this current time is going to go in the same direction as Microsoft. Like I think Sony are just hard and fast sticking with what has quite honestly worked a fucking charm. Like I think every PlayStation but the PS3 has sold like 100 million units. So like I think they're just going to do what keeps working for them. And it's that simple. But who knows? But who knows? I could be wrong.
All right, so what do you got, Byron?
Horizon Forbidden West is releasing in the summer. That's my prediction for. That's another Sony prediction I have. Horizon.
So going on the Sony predictions, because I think we're gonna have one game in the late spring, one game in the middle of summer, one game in fall/holiday.
Yes.
If you have Horizon Forbidden West releasing in the summer, when do you think we see Ratchet and Clank and God of War?
Well, I already said God of War, November. I think
Oh, you think? Oh, yeah, that's right.
yeah,
So God War's gonna be
God of
November.
War's
So do you think
November.
Ratchet and Clank's gonna release in spring?
Yeah, it looks pretty close to being done, and I think it's gonna be the spring game.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would definitely give Sony a pretty good launch window for the year for their first party titles, and then their third parties could kind of fill in the gaps from there.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And you know what? I do have one more game prediction for PlayStation. I think Gran Turismo 7 releases in October. I don't know.
Interesting.
I don't know why. I just think October for Gran Turismo 7. Cuz I'm looking trying to figure out, okay, where can I place, like, where do I think Gran Turismo is going to place? Like, I think probably September or October, give or take, but like right now my gut says October. Now, hopefully, for Horizon's Forbidden West, they don't release damn near close to Breath of the Wild, too.
Yeah, because that would be really unfortunate that the first game it did well, and it's a very fantastic game. But I know a lot of the public attention was taken away because of Breath of the Wild.
Yeah.
I would hope for their sake that their sequel avoids Breath of the Wild sequel.
Absolutely, absolutely. If not, like, the Horizon series is just cursed. It's just cursed.
I would be very shocked if that happened. Here's the thing: we already know Horizon Forbidden West is coming out this year.
Yeah.
We're not even 100% sure that Breath of the Wild 2 is coming out this year, though.
Yeah.
I honestly think it will because they were advertising 2021 games, and that was one of the games on the cover of that. So
Yeah.
So I definitely hope they avoid each other this time.
Absolutely, absolutely. For everybody's sake.
All right, this is going to be my last prediction. It's admittedly small scale compared to all the other ones.
Okay.
I think that Super Nintendo Online from Nintendo Switch Online.
Okay. Nintendo Switch Online.
Will still not have Super Mario RPG. Still. And it continues to get flubbed.
I had a gut feeling you would say something about that.
Yep. It seems like Square Enix isn't really supporting NSO for the most part. Like, they have games on there.
Yeah.
But they don't really seem to be adding any games.
Yeah. Honestly, I'm going to go the opposite this time. I'm going to be Mr. Optimistic for you over here. I'm going to be like, hey, Mario RPG is going to come to NSO at some point this year. You know what?
I mean, it should. There's no reason why it shouldn't.
Yeah, it should. So, well, I still have quite a few, so I'm going to rattle them off, and Slade will probably throw in some thoughts in there. So, Rare. You know Rare, right?
Right.
We don't hear anything about Everwild this year. Their new game that they're working on. That if I remember correctly, I think the creative director left the studio. I think the creative director left Rare.
Oh, this year?
Well, in 2020.
In 2020. Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, like, I think this game is still a bit ways off. I know some people have called Everwild vaporware, and I will disagree with that. As of right now, it is certainly not vaporware. Final Fantasy VII PS3, that's an example of vaporware. that's the biggest example of vaporware. But, like,
right.
I just feel like Everwild is a bit too early in development to really, like, hear about it this year. But who knows? It's Microsoft, so, like, who knows? They announced Fable at whatever their, like, June presentation was, June or July.
Speaking of Fable, do you think that comes out this year?
Oh God, no.
It's a while off.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be another year off. Yeah, I would.
It is strange though, because it kind of feels like Microsoft doesn't really have a launch window compared to, like, the PS5, and that's gonna end up hurting it.
Yeah, absolutely, it will be hurting that, absolutely. So what my last Microsoft prediction, I'm gonna go a bit wild, but this is you mentioned it earlier, Game Pass. I think Microsoft are gonna announce an xCloud streaming stick or an app on streaming like boxes, like the Rokus and the Apple TVs of the world.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I could see that being announced this year. And keyword, I didn't say release this year. I just said announced. Because like it seems to be like Microsoft wants Game Pass, xCloud everywhere.
Yeah, I could totally see that, honestly.
Yeah, and that is something I could 100% see happening. Announced, but not released this year. Because that just seems to be like where the Microsoft strategy is these days.
Right.
All right, something that I know me, even though I'm not going to get a PS5, but I know me and many others want this. A black color PS5 is coming this year.
Do you think they do the color revisions this quickly?
It's a color. It's a color.
I mean, yeah, it's fair, but doesn't it usually take them like 2 or 3 years before they really do the themed consoles and colors and whatnot?
Well, I only have black. I don't have any of the other colors. I think they do black first, and I don't think black releases until around the holiday. But I think black will be the first not white PlayStation 5 console color available officially from Sony. Because I know there's
kind of give it that more of that classic PlayStation look.
Yeah, and I'm still mad that Sony took away the color from the buttons. I'm not a fan of that. That just screams PlayStation to me. But like, ugh, god damn it. Okay. Let's go with this one. Amazon Luna will do about as well as Stadia, which is not that
honestly,
well.
These streaming platforms don't really seem. I think they're too ahead of their time right now.
I think Game Pass is doing it right. I just don't think Amazon and Google are like ready yet. Because Game Pass is doing well. Doesn't it have like 20 million subscribers or something like that for like regular Game Pass? Like some ridiculous
and I think the main reason it's doing well is Game Pass is also attached to a console that is releasing new games and whatnot.
Yeah.
As well as exclusives, whereas I don't think Google Stadia or the new Amazon Luna will really have that exclusive feature.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so
that's true. But
I think if Stadia or Amazon Luna kind of attach themselves to the current gen consoles or the next gen consoles as a service instead of trying to make their own platforms.
Yeah, that would be something. But yeah.
Yeah. Okay, what else you got, Byron?
All right. Let's bring a little pep back in. Spyro 4 will be announced and released this year.
Spyro 4.
Yes,
that would be incredibly exciting for me.
Yes.
I was never much of a Crash guy, but I love Spyro. So I'm hoping that Toys for Bob aren't too discouraged from Crash 4 sales.
No, like I think Ubisoft, no, not Ubisoft. Activision are gonna pull their shit again, like they did with the Insane trilogy, and we're gonna release on PC and Switch a year later. When honestly, though, I do think Crash 4 should have waited a bit to release, because Crash 4 released at probably the worst fucking time you could have released it. Partially
competing with the new gen consoles
and the fact there wasn't a new gen version. Like, they probably should have waited 6 months, maybe even a year, and just release it on PS5, Series S/X, the One SX, Switch, PC. Like, they should have released it on everything, or like mostly everything. If like it takes a little longer to work on the Switch version, that's fine, because it's the Switch. It's a unique child.
That it is.
But yeah, they probably should have waited on that. But I am confident that I think Spyro Reignited did pretty well, or well enough to consider having a 4th game in the series, basically like Crash 4.
Yeah, for sure. I definitely hope it gets one and they're not dissuaded from Crash 4 sales overall. Because like you said, I think that was just really unfortunate timing.
Yeah.
But not only that, I also feel like there's a bit of like a difficulty curve in Crash games that aren't present in Spyro games.
Yeah.
I think that might be another reason it hurt it.
Yeah,
I definitely think Spyro would be incredibly successful as its own standalone kind of thing.
yeah, that was the main thing. Like one of the main things people like hated on with Crash 4 is that the difficulty for 100%ing and like endgame is like sometimes a little too insane for what they
Right.
require. Like if you're casually, oh, this game's good, but it's like 6 hours, and like they're charging $60. So like, and I don't know, like people don't see anything that's not like a Mario 3D platformer valued at like the AAA pricing range, which I think also kind of hurt Crash 4 a little bit, but
Right.
it is what it is. Starfield, Elder Scrolls 6, you're so far away. Because we ain't hearing about them. Nope, not. I know they got acquired by Microsoft. That probably changes nothing. I think we go an entire decade without a new Elder Scrolls game.
A decade.
It's been a decade. It will be a decade since Elder Scrolls 5.
Oh, that's what you meant.
Yeah.
That's what you meant. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I thought you were saying the next Elder Scrolls game is like
No,
literally a decade out.
no, God, no. Like, it will have been a decade since Elder Scrolls 5, since Skyrim. And Skyrim's been on everything. Hell, there's an Alexa version of Skyrim. That's how insane Skyrim is.
Right.
Yeah. And as for Starfield, yeah, I think that's pretty far away. We're not hearing about Starfield for a while either. So basically what I'm saying is don't expect to hear from Bethesda for a bit. Oh boy. No E3 this year.
Yep. I kind of figured that was coming.
Yeah. No E3 this year. We get the second ever Summer Games Fest, which I hope is a little more organized and a little like more condensed. Like instead of going 3 months, go 1 month. I think 1 month people would be happy with. Like, cause like for 3 months last year, it was just like, oh my god, like, it was just like, holy shit, like this is too much. This is too much in too small of an amount of time. Like goddamn. Yeah, like goddamn. I don't know how anybody could keep up with it for 3 months.
Yeah, I definitely think dragging out all the announcements over 3 months wasn't a very good play to begin with.
Yeah, like I think like at most people would be fine with a month. 1 month.
Honestly, I'd go even more extreme. I think 2 weeks.
Really?
Would be the longest it should go on. Oh, absolutely.
Really? Okay, okay.
Maybe do like a company a day or something.
Okay.
But I definitely think 3 months is far, far too much. I mean, people just lost interest after a while.
Yeah. And generally, Jeff Keighley, like, besides the whole, like, oh, it's like 3 goddamn months. Like, Jeff Keighley usually does well with his events. Obviously, the Game Awards, very successful. Summer Games Fest was probably a good success for Jeff Keighley. And, yeah. So I can't wait, Jeff Keighley, to see what insanity you've got for this year's Summer Games Fest. Because there's probably not going to be an E3 this year. For sure. Okay. Delays. You know them, right? Game delays.
Everyone's favorite thing to talk about. Delays.
I think there are going to be game delays. I think there's going to be more game delays than people expect. Because I think you're going to really feel the wrath of COVID this year or potentially next year. Because games that were in development like a couple years ago are just coming out now. So like most of their stuff has been done. Most of like the mocap and voice acting and all that stuff is done. Or has been done for at least a year or more. Like and that's why I think like the delays, there's going to be more of them than you think there will be this year. That's just my gut feeling, my hunch. on that, but I don't know if you agree with that or not. Slade.
I completely agree, but I think it won't feel necessarily as bad as you're making it out to be.
Okay.
Because a lot of the games that I feel like are getting delayed are there's going to be a lot of those games that just haven't been announced yet.
That's also true.
So it won't feel like they're delayed because we don't know about them.
Okay, yeah, that's also true to an extent, yeah.
I think that's something that's pretty likely with this mass delay situation. As I said, COVID's been hard on pretty much the entirety of the industry and whatnot.
Yeah,
So.
it's been rough. 2 more predictions I've got. Number 1, No More Heroes 3, September release. I think
September release, okay.
Yeah, September release. It could be like a June, it could be like a July game, but my gut is telling me it's releasing in September. That's my gut feeling.
Okay.
And my final prediction, Nintendo are going to continue to go ham on music YouTube channels and continue to not make their stuff available, their music anyways, on music streaming platforms or YouTube.
Really? I don't know why Nintendo just won't get with the picture, just put their stuff on Spotify or something already.
Like, doesn't Square Enix have stuff on Spotify?
Yeah, and most recently, I think as of 2 or 3 weeks ago, Atlas and Persona music has been put on Spotify.
Dude, that's kind of nuts. Like, those companies will put their music on Spotify. But Nintendo are going to be like, you got to import the CD from like 5 years ago or listen to it in the game. And like that's another example of Nintendo potentially leaving money on the table.
It's really sad.
But that's just the Nintendo way. But that's just the Nintendo way. So that's all of our predictions. The good, the bad, the ugly, and the nothing. for certain franchises.
Yeah.
Like the video if you enjoyed it. Please subscribe to the channel to keep up to date. Hit the notification bell so you get notified when new episodes are released. This is your boy Byron alongside Slade. And thank you all for watching. We will see you all next week. Bye!